Nope.
And
too
we're
late.
starting the podcast without Adam. He's in the other room.
We replaced Adam.
Met Adam
Shouts
before,
out to
dude.
shouts out to Petey. Huh?
Oh,
Did I
yeah.
meet Adam before?
I think so. Yeah, you
probably.
were
at
at
the,
the
at the
show.
soiree over there.
Yeah.
At
At our show, Petey's here.
Yeah, I remember that.
If you guys listen to the live show, Petey from the live show is joining us.
Petey, how do you say it? DaBrow?
DeAbreu.
DeAbreu.
Halkias.
I know both of our
Petey
names
Dat
should
Boy.
be.
Both Greek names.
Yeah, we're both Greek
What
American
is
men.
DeAbreu?
I don't know. Well, actually,
Haitian
it's
shit?
Portuguese,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and
Okay.
the D is like the of the,
Yeah.
and Abreu is the town, I guess.
Okay. So
That's
you're
easy.
Petey of
So that was like
Abreu.
the king who was just fucking everybody. He was like, yo, you of.
Yeah.
My shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
You had dibs. You had primo noctis
What's
rights.
up with Halkias? What's up with that? Like,
That means a bronze worker.
Was that prima nocta shit? That's like some bullshit from Braveheart.
It's fake for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where a lord could just fuck your wife on your wedding night.
Yeah.
I love how it's your wedding night. Too.
Right. Well, I
he
love-
doesn't even come a couple weeks after.
Yeah,
He gets first dibs on the
Braveheart's like
pussy.
JFK, where it's a movie that's fucking great, but like completely inaccurate
Yeah.
historically.
that's
Yeah.
gangster.
I love Braveheart though.
Yeah, I like that.
What's the
movie
real
a lot.
story?
The real story is that
William Wallace. He was
he-
the guy that lived in the 1980s, and he was the first Scottish guy to get AIDS. And Mel Gibson saw that, and he was like, "But what if he was the guy that fought the British?" And then made
okay.
up all that. You know,
Yeah.
So that wearing dresses became kilts, and then instead of Kaposi's sarcoma lesions on his face, it was the blue paint.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, that was so smart for me
Thanks, man.
that I like.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I get to be the smart guy
you're
on the
fucking
show this
super
time.
smart, bro. I love that shit.
Did you see Braveheart?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, that shit was gangster.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
That shit was mad gangster.
Yeah.
I wish you beat the British. That's
I
my
know.
only
Well, the
concern.
implication that he like fucked the Queen of France.
Yeah.
It's some Scottish retard from the woods. Fuck the Queen of France. She cheated on the King of
He's got
England.
that
with him.
good dick, dude.
Yeah.
He's got that good Scotsman dick. I like it because everyone in that was uncircumcised. You know, they weren't
Yeah, dude.
circumcised.
Gibson
when
made
people-
everybody
Mad
have their foreskin
dirt on
sewn back on as an affront to the Jew-run Hollywood.
I appreciate
What if he
that.
just? What if you never like? You ever like? Of course you have. You fucking squeeze your dick and make it look like it has foreskin on it.
Yeah.
I have. I'm.
And then I play
natural.
Only
Silas
Time
tight
by
foreskin.
Enya, and I imagine a different life where I have my foreskin.
How different you could be.
So what's up with the foreskin? Does it make you girthier?
I think it's a visual aid. It makes your dick soft and 3/4 hard look bigger. You know, because I think your brain adds a head where there is no head.
I
So it
think
looks like
it's-
an extra long shaft.
I think it's
Yeah.
cool because like when it gets hard, it looks like your dick's taking his jacket off.
yeah, exactly.
Like, all right, time
Well,
to
I have a
fucking-
fucked up dick
You
where
get pubes on the top, you get like a Canada Goose stick.
my dick is so warm.
Shit, my dick costs $1,500. You gotta buy this shit in Soho.
8,000 counts.
My dick is fucked up though. My dick only goes. My head pops out half. It's like it's wearing a
So you can't
turtleneck.
see the full helmet.
Sometimes you can if
If she really gets you excited.
yeah, it's interesting. Maybe if I'm really getting after it, really going in there nicely, or if it's a very I
It
don't know.
looks like a turtleneck, but when you accidentally try to put your head through one of the sleeves.
Exactly. Yeah. You can only see the top.
Not even the
I'm always
turtleneck.
crowning.
Yeah.
Which is an issue. Actually, I can't believe I'm bringing up again double.
Yeah.
But I talked about Milner on the other pod.
What if you pull the foreskin back and then get hard?
That works, and sometimes that happens, but then it's restrictive around the right before the helmet.
so it fucks with
So
your
exactly,
blood flow.
it's like a little
Yeah.
bit of it's like a rubber band.
You have a too tight foreskin.
It's too tight.
One of the medically
Too tight foreskin.
reasons for
I know, but I don't want to
You
get
should just
circed.
get a circumcision
You
at
don't wanna get
28
circed,
years
bro.
old.
Just become trans, dude.
That's you're right.
Go
I'm
full
halfway
blown.
there already. You could probably use the extra skin and make a pussy out of it.
I
pretty
wish
easily.
I'd still have my foreskin so I get half of it removed and have like a two-face dick. And you just flip a coin.
Would you leave it like vertically or horozontally?
You have to go
Yeah,
vertical.
down the middle.
Yeah, of course. So you have the two-face dick.
Yeah, two-face.
Do you want
dick.
to? Are you gonna come? And I just flip a coin.
Yeah.
And she never comes. It's always head.
You want to know how I got these scars? It's not the right character.
Yeah, yeah,
Two-Face
that's
at all.
right.
I don't remember what Two-Face says. He's got a coin.
I'm Two-Face.
Yeah, it's me.
I think that's
Johnny
the penguin.
Two-Face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Didn't they
guess.
throw him in
Wah.
acid or some shit?
Yeah, they fucked his face
Yeah,
up.
he used to be a
Harvey
lawyer, and then he
Yeah.
He was a good man.
He was the DA,
Yeah.
and then he got acid thrown on his face. My only exposure is through the Batman animated series. I never read the comics.
The best
You
one.
didn't see the Christopher Nolan joint?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It was fine, but animated series
I thought
is
it
good
was
as shit.
way overrated, personally.
It does not hold
first
up
one,
as much,
Batman Begins.
unfortunately. It
That's
breaks
so
my heart,
funny
but
how,
it
like,
doesn't.
Hollywood will hit on something, and then they just carry it out to the bitter end.
Oh, yeah.
And they just don't learn that, like, nobody has any interest in it anymore.
Well, I think the problem is, you know how like so many shitty comics do Louis, that now when you watch
Yeah.
a Louis special, you're like, this is kind of ruined for me because like
Those
just
are
an open
Those
micer.
are open micers. Those aren't production companies
But-
with $1 million budgets.
I know, but what I'm saying is so many people swagger jacked the
Yeah.
Nolan Batman that now you go back and see it and you're tired of gritty shit like that. You're like, oh, everyone does this shit, but it's not. It's not their fault that everyone jocked their shit. Then it kind of like takes it down a peg, in my opinion.
I just thought it was a really strange message. Like, the Bane character was like the Occupy.
Yeah.
The Bane wasn't good. The Bane one wasn't
Are we
good.
talking about the movie or the cartoon?
The movie.
the movie right now.
Dark
yeah,
Knight
yeah.
Rises was great. Batman Begins is
Is that the one with
okay.
Heath Ledger?
Yeah,
That was like the best.
yeah.
Also, just the
I think
problem.
the first one was good.
Also,
really good, too.
like, props to him. He literally died.
yeah,
You know?
He was so hopped up. Did you see the way his lip twitched?
All that fucking
Throughout the
stupid
movie?
Jared Leto shit
Yeah.
where he's like,
that
he's
was
trying
like
to
real drugs. Right
Yeah.
there.
Leto was trying to like upstage Heath Ledger with his Joker, and it's like, motherfucker, you better die.
yeah,
You better fucking die from this. That's the only way you're
Well,
gonna
he
get
died during production
Yeah.
to top him.
What
There's
was
no
it,
other
Smack?
way.
Yeah, and then it was all these like, because a year and a half before the movie came out, they're like, oh, Heath Ledger like sucked Will Smith's dick in the middle of the night. That's how crazy he is.
Oh, not Heath. Jared
not
Leto.
Heath Ledger.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared Leto's making everyone listen to his shitty band.
Yeah,
To prove how crazy he is.
He sent them condoms and shit.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in a condom.
Fuck Jared Leto.
And plus, it doesn't even take 30 seconds to get to Mars, guys. I'm sorry.
Yo,
I'm
who's
sorry.
Jared Leto?
Podcast, I
At first when you said it, I'm a
I
little
quit.
high.
I'm
So I
out.
thought you
It
said
does,
Jay
it does.
Leno. And I was like, yo, who fucking sucking Jay Leto's dick?
Doesn't it take? It takes light 30 minutes to get to Mars. That's where the name comes from.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I think he was talking about heroin.
What?
Jared Leto, 30
This
seconds
was-
to Mars.
Yeah.
The Mars? Mars
Because
isn't
once it
slang
hits, you're
for.
like, oh, Mars. Now you're Martian. Now you're speaking Jupiterian.
Yeah. Is Mars? Mars isn't slang for heroin.
I don't think
You
so.
know what the weirdest one
Horse?
is? Dinosaur.
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 Yeah, that's like slang for.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never
You
heard that.
one, Petey?
Yeah.
Junk?
Yeah, that's
Smack.
old school.
Junk is
Got
old
that
school.
junk in your veins, Johnny.
Bone and scramble are the terms to determine quality.
What about horse?
That boy.
Horse?
What about
I
boy?
like
Yeah.
horse. Boy? I didn't know about boy.
Got that boy?
Coke is girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
I bet. Yeah, okay.
White
Dog-
girl.
Dog food?
Is that what
Dog
the meme?
food.
Yeah, you heard.
I didn't know dog food.
Is that what the Dat Boy meme is about? Is some guy trying to find heroin on a unicycle?
Yeah. It's a frog
Yeah,
addicted to heroin. Here come that boy.
Here come that
You gotta
boy,
slice
dude.
that's how they sneak
he's
it in.
he's
they
the
put
plug,
it in
dude.
frogs. You gotta slice their stomach open and get it out.
He sells the blue tops off of that unicycle.
I love the wire when Stringer Bell's just going to economics class.
Oh yeah,
And he
yeah.
just- yeah. And he just changes up the fucking.
He's trying to be a real businessman.
And,
Yeah.
what's his name? Fucking Avon's like, nah, fuck that, yo.
Yeah.
That's like,
Books
yo,
is gay, yo.
yo, fuck being smart, yo. We supposed to hit niggas over the head. We rough and tumble niggas. He said they were
Yeah.
rough and tumble.
I like the.
Well, I like
Avon-
him and Stanfield had the same problem. I love that episode where Stanfield, like, he's like dressed up all nice. I forget where he's coming from, and then he just like sees that corner, and he
Oh,
just
yeah,
takes
to
his
prove to
knife out.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that he
takes
can
that
do
knife
it.
out and just goes and stabs those children.
Yeah,
he's
'cause
like,
the-
yeah, I still got it.
the Jew.
Yeah.
My name is my name.
Yeah.
You got to prove that you got the juice still, you know? Even
The
when
Jew
you-
lawyer tries to make him go legit with the money, and then he
Right,
like,
always trying to ruin something.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
A Jew trying to ruin a
Wouldn't it
show.
be great?
Remind you of anyone?
like a big HBO drama.
Seinfeld.
A big HBO drama in the vein of, like, you know, Sopranos or The Wire or, you know, Boardwalk Empire, but it's just
Borat
it's
Empire.
just yeah, it's just the Jew lawyer characters.
Yeah.
So it's a whole out. It's just all the Jew lawyer characters.
Landsman? Is that
And
his
then,
name? The Jew lawyer?
No, that's the cop, Jay
That's the-
Landsman.
oh, yeah,
that's the
yeah.
big fat guy who
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like the dad from Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has that. Thing
He's like
about
a
beating
real
off.
Baltimore guy, that Jay Lansman
No,
guy.
It's
no.
his interlocking.
We talked about this before.
It's there's a guy named Jay Landsman who plays the lieutenant to
At the Western, with Bunny.
With Bunny,
he's the guy
yeah.
who has that super Baltimore accent. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know about
Yeah.
this, Bunny.
No, it doesn't seem like to be a good plan
yeah.
to open air drug market. But if you think it's a good idea, might as well do it.
yeah, that was Landsman. That's the real Landsman. And the fat guy's just some fat guy who looks like a cop.
Well, also, I'm pretty sure Landsman was the basis for the character Munch, who's played by Belzer, and Belzer only plays Detective Munch on every show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
What a sweet acting gig. Imagine, like, if, you know, you were an actor and you got one role, and then you kept getting more roles, and like, okay, in this you play a doctor, and you're like, no, I'm a detective. Like, well, you're an actor. You're supposed to play different roles. You're like, no, I play a detective. My name is John Munch. And they're like, no, we have a script. And it's, no, I play a guy named Munch.
Nah,
and,
yeah. I
Belzer
somehow flipped a mediocre stand-up career into playing a policeman
Right,
over
wasn't
and
he the-
over again. How the fuck did that happen?
I think I would do that. Like, if I would just
Hell
be like,
yeah.
yo, I gotta be
Yeah.
a hood dude. I couldn't be.
They should just replace Ice-T with you.
Yeah, nah, but he does
Half
the
the
cop shit. I
audience-
can't do the cop serious.
No,
shit.
you're
Like,
not.
I'm
yeah.
more of like, I gotta be the dude.
Half
running
the
from
audience would
cops.
be like, I
Yeah.
think that's the same guy. I don't know. I guess.
I gotta.
They would not skip a fucking beat.
Just practice your lisp, dude. That's all you gotta do.
It's a scowl. You gotta get.
Yeah.
Yeah. How could you fuck a little girl like that so violently? I don't understand how you could fuck her in the mouth.
I love it though. Rappers like acting careers are always so funny to me. Like the fucking Ice Cube is like a family comedy actor.
Yeah.
Like the dude that made the song No Vaseline is like now he's in movies where he has to get the kids to school on
Right.
time. Like that's
It's awesome.
Which
dude.
is the plot of 4 different movies. Are we there yet?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
was he in Daddy Daycare?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think he wrote Daddy Daycare.
Him and DJ Pooh wrote Daddy Daycare.
Uncle Luke's actually. Yeah, that would be so good.
I feel like the key to making money in like Hollywood, like that type of shit, the more cornier, the more successful. Like if you could use that muscle in your brain that creates corny ideas
Yeah.
and be like, I know what they want, and just
Yeah.
like you.
What should
Right.
we do? What should be the Cum Town corny ass? Should we
gotta
be
get the
father?
kids
Should we
to school
adopt
on
a
time.
child together?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
The 3 of us, and Petey could be. You could be his ethnic uncle.
Yeah.
You go. We send our son up to the Bronx for wisdom.
Yeah, we need a
from
Bronx
street
perspective.
Street
Right.
wisdom.
Well, I had-
That's just not corny enough.
I wanted to
These
do-
are
it's corny.
I
It's
want to
corny.
do a show where it's like a white dude that feels bad about gentrifying, so he lies his way into a teaching position to help inner city youth, but he doesn't know shit about teaching. So he's just destroying the education system with good intentions.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I thought that would be a fun show.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah,
It's
it was called
Dangerous Minds.
Fuck Off Cotter.
Yeah. Suck him off, Cotter.
Like, but who's it for?
Yeah.
Who's it for?
I don't know. Every comic fucking, they're like, well, I got this idea for a show. It's 4 comics living in Bed-Stuy, and they're mad about being gentrifiers. And it's like, no one in Illinois is going to watch that.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy because I've been in like 3 of those.
Dude,
It's
of
like-
course,
it's like,
dude.
you're the black guy, so let's just run this by you.
You must be one of the go-to
Yeah.
No,
black guys.
They'll be like,
I'm an open micer that writes the same exact jokes as
just
everyone else in the city, and here's my idea for a TV show that somehow in my head I've convinced myself is original.
Dude, even The Wire though. Think about
Yeah.
that. They had to get the rough and tumble dudes in a
Yeah,
room
yeah,
and
yeah.
just talk and write down
Yeah.
all that shit and then embellish on it.
Well, I mean, David
then the
Simon
news.
was like a crime beat reporter, so he
For
was
the
with
Baltimore
the police.
Sun, yeah.
So I mean, he was deeply entrenched in that world for 20 years, or at least 15.
Yeah. And a lot of the other guys, Pelicanos was involved.
Yeah.
I remember some of them were actual cops. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a real good fucking
Well, that's why the
writing staff.
the night of, at least the pilot, was so good because I forget the guy who produced it and wrote it, but it was like he was one of those Wire guys, and that's why it has such a feel of realism.
And it's got Bodie.
Yeah, but the
Bodie?
accusation of
Which episode?
you know,
He's
somebody
in, like,
accused
3
of a
them.
crime.
Shut the fuck up. No crosstalk, bitches.
Okay.
It's Adam's fault. It's not yours.
Yeah,
Petey.
it's Adam. Adam should know better, but he doesn't.
Yo, you from Baltimore, right?
No, I'm from Maryland though.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's up with that lake trout though? You know about that shit?
Lake trout.
Lake
Because
trout.
they talk about
Yeah,
it. They're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the
It's
fuck?
just a shitty
There's no trout
sandwich.
in the lake.
Yeah. I don't know what it's about, but every shitty carry out sells it. I've actually never had
It's
it.
the chopped cheese of Baltimore.
What's chopped cheese?
It's
I don't know
shittier
what
than
chopped
chopped
cheese
cheese.
is.
That's
It's
the Bronx
shittier than
sandwich.
chopped
That
cheese.
shit is just a cheeseburger chopped up on a hero.
Oh, okay. I
With,
see.
like,
I hear
cheese,
people
onions.
ordering it, and I never.
You know, there's a
I've never-
Williamsburg chopped cheese place
Ugh.
now that's like
They had it at-
$11
Didn't they have
chopped
it at
cheese.
Whole Foods?
Do they?
They had. I saw something like that. Last
Oh
month.
my
It was like
God.
$8 at Whole Foods.
Yeah, they're doing
Jesus
some shit
Christ.
like that.
So
too.
it's just a cheeseburger. It's hamburger helper.
It's a cheeseburger on a fucking hero,
Okay,
chopped up though
that could be all right.
with cheese.
Our bodega is like halal, so there's no meat or no pork.
Oh what?
Yeah, it
I go to a
sucks.
halal deli. They got pork.
Well, for then
Not at
ours
mine.
is just a shitty bodega because they don't have
They're
it.
fancy.
They don't have. Yeah, all you can get is turkey and chicken, and it gets really fucking. You know what?
sucks.
So they
Send
got
ban
lamb.
them.
Are they
Send them back?
Are they Yemeni?
Yo,
fucking list?
true story. On the way here, I'm on the train, and a Muslim looking. I sound racist. I don't know. An Indian fellow.
Yeah.
I don't know what
not
the
better.
fuck is
Yeah,
that. An Indian looking fellow.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting
Well,
down.
the only you can tell Indian guys from wrestling because Indian guys are usually smiling.
Well, yeah, okay. Okay.
They're usually they have a
You're
smile
right.
on
Damn,
their
you're
face.
right.
No
I
matter
never
what.
thought about that.
No matter
Dudes
what
in the
the
bodega
occasion
never
is.
smile.
Yeah.
But no. So I'm sitting there, and the dude comes. He's like, "Hey man, is it cool if I sit down next to you?"
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, like I'm coming from the Bronx, I don't
course.
ask nobody no fucking questions. Like it's a fucking free seat.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, dude, it's a free country. Then I thought about it. I was like, oh. No, it ain't.
Yeah.
It's like, you better fucking ask me if it's okay. So I felt entitled. Like, after
That's
the train
good.
pulled over, like,
Yeah. Yeah,
better
fuck yeah.
fucking ask.
Yeah. That's, it's important to be rude to people on public transit, I feel.
Dude, imagine that you're sitting there. Hey, buddy, can I sit down next to you?
Yeah. No, now you made it weird. Now I think you're trying to rob me.
Yeah, what are you, a
If you
rapist?
ask me any kind of fucking question.
Absolutely.
I was on a packed one train one time, and there was some dude, like, packed, just fucking everybody next to each other, and there's one dude, and all he can move is his head, and he's like, I'm gonna reach in my pocket right now, I'm gonna stab him in his motherfucking eye, he's gonna see. I'm gonna stab this fucking dude. Well, touch me again, I'm gonna fucking kill this dude. And no one's reacting to it because we're just like fucking packed in, and he's just sort of threatening the space.
Dude, this
And it was great.
the same exact shit happened to me, but it was I was on a 4 or 5 going downtown, and a woman hit the emergency stop, and it was rush hour. Everyone was trying to get fucking home, and she was just yelling at this African dude who I guess bumped her, and she's like, "I'm an American citizen, and guess what? We on Facebook Live right now. I'm gonna get your ass. Go back to Africa. Go back to Africa. I'm an
hell yeah,
American
dude.
citizen." Yeah, it was like,
Oh,
damn.
man. That must be-
Trump won 2 days before that shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta turn up sometimes, man.
The Pepes must have loved that
She's
shit.
trying to fucking get him on Facebook.
Oh yeah,
Live.
they love Pop Son.
They do?
That's their favorite account. But the
course.
Pepes love Pop Son, who I had to stop following because he steals jokes.
Does he?
That
Who's
was
Pop's son?
He's this guy on Twitter. He's like this black. He's African actually. I think he's like Liberian or something, but like Liberian American. So he grew up here, and I guess his parent. And I might be fucking up the details or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's like a black race realist. So the Nazis love him because he fucking says racist shit
I
about.
fucks with him already.
Yeah. He's
I like him. We need more of that.
Hold on. He's fucking hilarious.
We
dude.
need more of
He's
that.
really funny, but I saw him on numerous occasions just straight up lift jokes from other people.
Oh, that's not cool.
That sucks,
But I like his fucking approach.
Yeah.
Not the thievery approach.
Well, the Nazis have a lot in common with the Hotep guys, and so they I feel like they get along.
Oh, they're all about historical revisionism.
yeah. But who's awesome? I don't understand how anyone could dislike the black Israelites.
Oh, they're hilarious.
funny.
Yo,
They're
me
the
and my
best.
dude was smoking a blunt on 124th the other day, and we saw a bunch of them jump out of a Suburban and run across the street, and there was no contact. It was just hilarious to see these dudes dressed up
Right.
like fucking Chinese.
Yeah, no, they look like they're in a fucking RPG. They're in a quest party, and they're about to go kill a dragon.
Final Fantasy Black Israelites. That's a
Final
downloadable
Fantasy
pack.
X.
I love those guys.
dude.
Yeah, no, they're hilarious. I love watching when they're just like fucking pointing out people in the street and they're like, this fucking dude right here, he should be killed. You know, and like the guy just doesn't know how to fucking handle it or whatever. It's great. Yeah, they're you know why? Because they have the hearts of trolls.
Yeah,
And
that's what ultimately you identify most as a troll. I think in your heart of hearts.
Yeah,
even more so than comedian, you are a troll in your soul.
yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Because a lot of your
Probably.
comedy used to troll people.
Trolls are cool.
yeah. No, it's good to fuck with people. I think.
But the problem
That's
is
the best way to live. Like, if you want to live a carefree life, constantly make people upset and uncomfortable.
this is what we were talking about the other day. The problem is that the early internet was all about punching down.
Yeah.
It was all about bullying people that are lesser than you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah.
that's like against the rules.
Yeah.
Now you have to just be like, fuck
Yeah,
Trump.
how funny it would be if that culture continued and like at midnight was like a show where 4 comedians, they're hooked up to like stick cam and they pick a 13-year-old girl and they will insult her until she kills herself. And the last person to type anything into chat, Chris Hardwick's like, you just won the internet. And they all watch as the girl fucking overdoses on Klonopin and fucking blacks out on camera, and they're like, will you ding 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 ding, a brand new car, or whatever you fucking win on at midnight. I don't know.
I've never cyberbullied.
You don't win anything, I think.
I did a little.
Win a TV credit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to be on Comedy Central.
You like, yo, check me out tonight.
Never come. I never did any cyberbullying, but I did a little. I had a little bit of middle school bullying.
Yeah.
Where I did some IRL bullying. I feel like Adam, you never bullied.
Oh no, we
got bullied. We talked.
We
about
bullied
this.
my friend Tommy into now being a street magician mind freak.
That's right.
That's
Petey, I
mean-
feel like you had some years of bullying.
Nah, I was always funny. I ran with the bullies.
You ran with the bullies.
The bullies.
You were,
I was like the bully's jester.
you were the bully comic relief.
Yeah, I was like if the bully couldn't think of something clever to say about you, I would say it, and you couldn't do anything in response because they
you
were
had
like,
immunity.
Yeah. It was like, yo, look at this fucking dude's afro right here. And they're like, blah, I punched him.
That's beautiful,
That
dude.
was, yeah.
That's a very important role. I mean, I think that's why it became funny. Was in middle school, there were just all these men walking around. I hadn't even started puberty. I had 0 pubes, so I had to become funny.
You had to suck them off. You had to find a man.
I
to protect
didn't
you.
suck
Fucked him in
anyone
the
off.
ass.
Okay, I said I was.
You had to hold
There was
his
no
pocket
suck-
and, turn it out.
Adam was a middle school bitch. He didn't even take prison. It was just like light bullying.
I was holding-
making you gay.
Yeah.
I was
So
holding
you got
their.
HIV in 6th grade.
I was holding their pocket as a bit, guys.
Carry my bags.
Boy.
It's like that Tails Gets Trolled comic with Bugs Bunny, and a quote where it's like, "Yeah, I used to get trolled, but then I found a way to stop it. You just do all sorts of stupid and gay shit, like dressing up like a girl and kissing them. I don't like doing it, but it works."
No, trolls are cool, man.
Yeah.
Were there trolls in the
Well,
Bronx?
not cool. Well, yeah, I mean,
Or was it more naked? Just I feel like
trolls is like it's like
You're
It's a
talking
mind.
about
like
the,
Trump is the dopest
He's-
troll
he's
of
the
them
king
all.
of
He's
the
like the
trolls.
god of the trolls because it's like every time. Like, imagine if you could write a post and people marched every time you and you lived for that. Like, they didn't know that it made you stronger.
Yeah.
Like, every time they marched, you were just like your superpowers.
Right.
And
Well, that's why I love when people like look at him and they're like, "Wow, look how insecure he is. He gets bent out of shape over SNL." It's like, no, he wrote one tweet and SNL dedicated an entire episode to him. There's a disparity in who's fucking angry here.
I heard some dude the other night at a show.
probably
I don't
is
know.
angry, though.
He was like
I'm
a
sure he
former
is, but-
SNL dude, and he's just like, "Yeah, so Trump said this thing about me," and I was like, "Dude, who the fuck are you?"
yeah. No one gives a fuck.
But it's like that's how good of a troll he is. There's people
Yeah.
that no one even knows.
Yeah, he's gonna troll the world, dude.
Into fucking World War III.
He's
I don't
killing
care.
the game right now.
Nick, you'll die in a beautiful troll holocaust.
No, I know how to fucking
Fight.
I know how to make shit now, so
Know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm saying?
fucking move into the woods, start a compound, build
Nah.
everything myself.
Yeah.
Nah, you're dead, dude.
No, you're dead.
Yeah, we're gonna survive.
Probably.
You need
Nah, we
35,000 calories a day. If you get
I don't
dry,
need it. I
you
want
will
it.
die. We have
I
to
don't-
lubricate your blowhole.
Nah.
Shit. Yo, you ever
I
watch
can survive on very little. Actually, I've been storing for this. My
You
cheeks.
survive on your little
I have
dick.
very gaunt cheeks. There's just a lot of nuts. I'm like a squirrel. I'm just storing.
Yo, dude, have you ever seen Alaska: The Last Frontier, bro?
I have not.
You? It's just about these fucking people living off the grids.
Oh fuck! Wait, I have.
I haven't
It's this
seen it.
weird thing. They're like a family,
Yeah.
right? And they have like there's like
Brown Town. Some
it's
shit like
weird,
that.
dude. There's like these. There's like a strange
Bunch of
undercurrent.
inbreds just fucking.
Yeah, they must fuck their sisters.
And
shit.
they made up their own fucking accents, so they all talk like real weird and shit. I
Yeah,
don't know.
It's fucked up. I'm pretty sure they fuck each other.
Of
like
course,
they're
but-
siblings.
The chicks will go out and like
What's
collect
weird
lumber.
about that?
Are you saying you fuck your sister?
No, I'm just saying it's not weird to fuck your sister.
I mean,
Yes, it
David
is.
Bowie taught us that. He
my
taught us
friend-
it was okay to be weird.
hey,
Yeah.
My friend, like let like
This is a pedophile. Like David Bowie taught me it's okay to be weird.
my friend accidentally uncovered I guess a weird part of himself, but he was like, yeah, there was gay liberation, there's trans liberation. I guess the next thing is going to be incest liberation.
Yeah,
I was
probably. I don't think.
is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
You think so? And I was like, you fuck your brother,
because there's
dude.
no real argument for why incest. If it's two consenting adults, there's no argument against why you shouldn't be allowed to have an incestual relationship. If a brother and
I mean, if you
sister,
have fucked up kids, doesn't
if your brother and I mean, it doesn't matter.
I guess so.
But if
It's
we
against-
have genetic typing. You can take
about-
a
what
couple.
about
you
rape?
take any couple and say you have a 90% probability you're going to have a kid with Down syndrome. Should it be illegal for those people to fuck?
yes.
Okay.
about incest?
All right. Well, we have more in common than we thought politically.
What about incest rapery?
I don't think that would be.
Yeah,
acceptable.
Yeah, well,
that's just
I mean,
rape.
Look, I just think rape should only be
My
legal in
brother.
cases of rape or incest.
That was my brother.
Yeah,
It was just Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Dude. Just hanging
Here's
out,
a trade off.
raping each other.
Here's a trade off. We still have federal funding for Planned Parenthood, but rape is legal within the walls of Planned Parenthood.
What?
That's the trade off.
Why is that?
So you got to get involuntary nuts.
Yeah, because look, if you go into Planned Parenthood to get an abortion, right, and it's going to piss off conservatives because they only approve abortion in cases of rape. If you're guaranteed to get raped at the Planned Parenthood, then it'll always qualify. You see?
Makes checks out.
Hold on, you
No, I
said
don't
the
think-
policy.
I can
It's
see the
sound
light
public
bulb.
policy.
I can see the light
Dude,
bulb.
Nick,
over
you
your
are
head.
a wonk, dude.
The conservatives think
Does that mean I'm high on cough medicine?
Yeah.
So
That's
the
what a wonk
the
is.
conservatives think that it's cool to have an abortion if you're raped.
Yes. Usually, generally,
Not
that's
even
I didn't
though,
know there was
dude.
a
Some
loophole
of them.
in
It's
that.
not
Some of them
across the
don't.
board.
No,
but that's
some of them
crazy.
don't.
Some of them don't. Sure, but that's the exceptions people make in
Are there
cases of
still
rape
are
or
there
incest.
laws in certain states where you can't have abortions?
Yeah,
I know they've made it
They make it
more
very, very
difficult.
restrictive.
Amber can hop in on this. You know that Amber's here. She knows
What do you want to know?
that at the local level they've made it a lot more difficult to get abortions in the last couple of years. But specific
Yeah,
examples,
I mean they have it
I know
outright.
Indiana specifically, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
from Indiana. They haven't outright made it
I have to go to the
illegal,
bathroom,
but they've done a lot of things trying to fund
Right, like,
the
so
only
there's-
resources
yeah, right,
for it.
yeah.
So it's de facto illegal. It's like saying, well, look, no one's saying you can't go, get chemotherapy. It's just that we've taken all of the chemotherapy drugs and moved them out of state.
They also do shit like a mandatory transvaginal ultrasound, which I don't know if that means that you are required to pay for it, and then it makes it harder to get an abortion because there's an additional cost.
It's just about making it more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Would they
and-
put a big rod in your puss? Is
Um,
that what a
not
transvaginal?
big.
yeah, well, they hook a transvaginal ultrasound
Well, I
is when
think
they
it's
hook
pretty
your
big.
pussy up to a Tesla
I think
coil.
it's not normal. I think it's pretty big. Yeah. Okay. I think the one thing the
I mean, it's more about
conservatives
humiliation.
the one thing the conservatives I do think I have I think the one conservative opinion I have related to this shit is that
Please don't tell me.
if you have a wet dream, you should have a Christian burial for those underpants. I think you should have a priest there. I mean, I think that is a life. That
You're
you-
watching Real Time with Bill Maher. I've never seen the show, so I don't know what the sound effects
but
sound
you're
like.
Jewish, so you'd have to you have to have 24 hours to get it in the ground. You'd have to move quick.
Yeah,
right?
you have to move quick. I have to have
Has
a,
to be
a
in a
Jewish
Jewish
funeral.
cemetery.
Yeah, you can't have any tattoos.
Yeah.
No, but what didn't Mike Pence? He said he wanted to, every time you had an abortion, you have to have a funeral for it.
Yeah,
or
and
something.
well, Rick Santorum actually did it. They brought the dead baby, the fetus, home
to play with the kids.
Yeah, to play with the kids.
It was a stillbirth.
And they somehow got like clothes for it, didn't they? They put like Ken doll clothes on the fetus.
Yeah, yeah. He had a catch.
George W.
He played catch with it.
His book where he said that Barbara Bush brought home like a crock pot of miscarriage or something, and
they ate it by accident.
whoops.
What?
That's
and just the
like
pieces
oysters.
dropping off the spoon.
like doctors, like I was freaking out, and they were like, "Oh, this is so fucked up that they're so obsessed with," and I'm like, "This never happened." And then Barbara
Well, a crock
Bush,
pot is like
Barbara
it's like
Bush,
a slow cooker,
because
right?
Yeah.
she is a cutthroat. She does not love her son at all. Was like, yeah, I don't remember it that way at all.
Yeah.
Like, she just completely threw him under the bus. She did not give a shit at all.
Yeah.
You guys ever
Makes
have a
sense.
girl have an abortion for you?
No.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. How many?
What?
Lots
Like
of
on
times.
purpose? You
Yo,
get
I
her
swear to
pregnant
God,
on purpose?
I've had I don't even know how many. Like
Not-
the
not
last one was like a few years ago.
But
The last one was like 3 or 4
That's
years
like
ago.
that's like a Bronx thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what a Bronx, Tale's
Tale,
about.
yeah.
I haven't seen that movie, but
Yo, the chick was like, yo. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking Planned Parenthood. Like, I don't gotta pay for this shit. It's like, yo,
You think it's free?
it's like, yo, it's like $700. I was like,
Was it $700, dude?
Dude, it is
this
two
shit should be
PlayStations.
illegal.
Two PlayStations is how much.
It was $400 when I did it, but we went to Southeast DC. And it was the cash only place we went to.
Oh, yeah,
Jesus
So
There should be a place that
Cash-only
takes your
abortions.
paycheck.
it was so funny.
Takes your paycheck from Wetzel's Pretzels.
Of people who bounce checks at Planned
Oh my god!
There's a dude sitting next to me with two teardrops tattooed on his face, and he was on the phone crying, and to his mom.
Are you sure it wasn't the tattoo?
That's what that was the first thought I had. It was like, oh, were those for babies? Or was it? Okay. But he's crying to his mom, and he's like, "Mama, this bitch say this bitch said it was $250. Now she's saying it's $375." And then his boy sitting next to him, he's like, "Hey, tell that bitch to bring you a receipt, though."
Well, you take a survey on the bottom, you get a free abortion the next time.
I think so. Yeah, there's some sort of Groupon
Punch
deal.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, I never. I've been to Plan B for. I've been to Planned Parenthood for a lot of Plan Bs.
Oh
but
yeah.
no abortions. That's why I haven't.
Dude, I'm a fucking.
I went to Planned Parenthood to get tested one time. I think I'm shooting blanks because I've never had to fucking. And I'm not careful at all.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not.
A couple raw dog, bunch of
Leave
raw
that-
dogs
all
in this
raw
room.
dogs, man. Leave that shit in. Leave that shit in.
Mom, can I borrow $375? I did too many Tim Allen noises, and I don't have the money to fix it. But no, I went to one time, and they had a guest book, like a little composition notebook.
You sign it.
No, I just flipped through it and read all the entries. Holy shit, dude. One of the funniest things I've ever read in my entire life.
Dude.
They're like, everyone was nice, thank you so much.
Come on.
I was upset when I found out that I had syphilis, but other than that,
Okay.
a pleasant experience.
Oh, just for
Thank
testing.
you.
I thought you were talking about the abortion guest book.
Yeah.
I was about to be like,
Well, they don't
Come
let the
on.
guy into the abortion room,
It's just
so
a little tiny, like, handprint on each page.
the whole waiting
What are
room.
you pretending you're grossed out by abortion jokes? You started this show talking about how your dick doesn't fit through its dick
that's
skin.
different, dude.
No,
That's a
you
fact,
should have been
dude.
aborted.
That's my dick. My dick is half.
In a
is half
perfect
an
world, you would be
abortion.
barred from reproduction because of your fucked up genitals.
No, dude, because they're beautiful in their own right. You know.
No, I don't agree with that.
Yes, they are.
No, I don't. We
My
don't live
dick
in that
has
world.
character.
Yeah,
My dick has character, and it's cute. I have a
I was
cute-
laughing so
I have a
hard
cute little dick.
last week when you said that girls tell you have cool balls.
Yeah.
That's how awful your dick is. You can't even lie about it. You have to fucking find something else.
I
Balls
know.
are
I
good
just
bit,
have
dude.
nice big balls.
Your balls are pretty neat.
Yeah, chill balls, bro. Yeah, I know. This is the truth. That's my existence. But I choose to believe I just have extraordinary balls.
I mean, you know.
They're heavy. They're heavy hangers. You know,
Yeah.
they taste good.
How far? Does
high
your
in
dick
sodium.
go down to the bottom of the balls or like in the middle? Or?
Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental?
Yes.
Yeah.
I absolutely can. I could throw them. I could do them pretty high. Honestly, they're heavy hangers. Like
Really?
I said, I'll show you guys some pretty funny pictures of my balls. My balls on some stairs. Like I was doing an American Apparel thing, and I was sitting on stairs, but one ball just like kind of fell down, and it's hanging low, dude. Boop. It's pretty good. That's bonus content.
Yeah.
We'll give that to the fans.
One time, before my great grandma died, we were at my grandparents' house, and she's sitting
Thank
at
God.
like, the far end of the living room, and she's telling some awful story about like. I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, but she's talking about like, well, I remember being a little girl, and my grandmother had a house on Georgia Avenue, and at the end of the block there was this Chinaman, and he would sell apples, and me and my cousin Eustace would run up and pull his tail and laugh and steal the
What was the
apple.
name?
Eustace, I don't know.
That's my middle name now. So.
Yeah, I was coming up with old people names. So yeah. We'd run up and pull his tail and steal his apples and laugh and laugh. My whole family's laughing at this hate crime story. My grandmother would pull his tail, his cue, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah, and steal
Like
this,
that Jet Li movie
this,
Hero.
Yeah, right, this a Chinese immigrant just trying to fucking sell some apples, and these children are harassing him. Meanwhile, everyone's looking on. They're all like, enjoying this story. And I look over my grandfather, and he's at the edge of his fucking seat, and he's got, these weird Grandpa Kirkland brand shorts on, and one of his balls is just completely hanging out of his shorts. So he's enthralled by this story. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I'm like, what world is this?
That is
I wanna
so
get to
awesome,
that level.
dude.
That shit is so awesome. That Johnny Knoxville bit from the Jackass movie where he plays the old man.
The old woman.
Yeah.
That shit is so funny.
The old woman, the old man. Yeah,
when
that's
her
Spike
clothes
Jones,
get caught
right?
in the door.
Yeah. Her tit is just
Well, I also love the one where he's just kissing a young woman, and he's like, "It's my granddaughter." And it's like, that bit is just pedophilia, incest pedophilia.
Yeah, but dude, it's so fucking funny.
I know,
man.
I love it.
Nothing is fucking funnier than Jackass.
Jackass is the funniest movie.
What's the one where he takes the shit in the fucking display toilet?
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
Jackass 1. That's in the
It's
first
just
movie.
like-
R.I.P. Ryan Dunn.
Hilarious, but that guy has to clean that shit up.
Yeah, it's so neat. That's when punching down was cool.
Yeah.
That
I
is a good
missed the
bit.
days.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking watch I'm gonna watch the Jackass movies after we wrap this one, boys.
Should we
We should end the podcast early. We should do it. This should be a 20-minute episode. We should watch Jackass instead. Petey, you down?
I mean, my knees is hurting.
Yeah. I got podcast knee.
I got podcast knee.
Should
Yeah.
we do our
Did you
own
guys
version
used
of
to
Jackass?
do Jackass videos with your friends?
No.
Yo, we used to do the shopping cart thing.
Yeah, everyone did the shopping cart thing. They're like, my name's Eric, and this is Jackass. Shut up, Dave. Shut up, David. Okay, I'm gonna do it. And then, like, it would be pushing your friend gently against a tree. And they're like, you're so gay. That would be the end of 12-year-old Jackass.
We did a Jackass vid where we thought it was a Jackass vid where it was like, we're going to make our friend Ryan smoke weed for the first time, and we just picked grass off of my friend's neighbor's
Nice, dude.
front yard, and then we just rolled it up in a joint, and then he smoked it. We're like, are you high? He's like, I think so. And we're like, yeah, you're a bitch.
I remember watching some local news thing, some like Fox 5 thing about some kid that was trying. It's like your children may be doing Jackass at home, and make sure they don't. Do
Oh, that was
Jackass.
huge. Yeah.
And then they showed the video of this kid, and they like set like a thing on fire, and then he like put it out with his chest. Like he set like a Molotov. They made like a Molotov cocktail, and he goes to put it out with his chest, and it just sets his chest on fire. And so he's running around the backyard, and his friends are like, "Yo, dude, look at Matty, he's on fire! Dude. Look at him!" And he's like, "Ah!" screaming. And then eventually he jumps in like the pool or something. Eventually he puts it out or whatever, and then they cut to like him getting like all these skin grafts on his like chest,
fuck.
and being lowered into this like saline solution to make the skin grafts take. And it's like,
And that's when he's like,
yeah.
I'm Ian.
And then what's so great
This is
about that is you watch the video, and the response is like, yeah, that was not very funny, dude. You didn't do a good Jackass. I'm sorry. If you would hurt yourself doing a funny Jackass, maybe I'd feel bad for you.
In retrospect, what we didn't get as kids was that they were on so many fucking pills and so many drugs
for
the
sure.
entire time.
For sure.
And,
It must have been
Yeah, that's
so...
why, that's why I love the sorry to cut you off, but the
Yeah.
story of River Phoenix dying. is because
Outside the club?
because he tried to hang out with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and he's just some bullshit actor that wanted to be a rock star. Fucked up, hung out with the Red Hot Chili Peppers for one night and died. He couldn't keep up
He
with
died.
them.
Cause of death being a lightweight.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's on his
Yeah,
death.
I mean, that's what
That's what's
happened.
on his death
Yeah,
certificate.
he wanted to hang out with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they're like, "You sure?"
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you just
Yeah.
you pretend to be us in the movies. I don't know if you can do it for real. And then lights out for him.
Did he die with a tube sock on his dick, naked?
Did he?
Wasn't that the
Yeah,
Red Hot
they
Chili
would wear
Peppers
underwear, right? They would just wear underwear.
What was he doing? Heroin?
I think they were doing they would mainline coke. They would fucking shoot up coke
Jesus.
and then do heroin right after. It was just like speedballs, but they were shooting up the speedballs individually.
God damn.
It was.
Yeah,
That's why they were so great.
That's what they were doing.
I feel like there's not enough artists that do like hardcore
that's
shit anymore.
that's the real talent when it comes to music.
yeah.
He's doing
Is
drugs,
to,
not
yeah,
dying.
is the fucking rock music.
The best music
is the
I feel.
ability to do that level of fucking narcotics.
Yeah, the best music. It's fucking.
Are there any rappers that are doing heroin?
I don't know. I think you
I
got to be
feel
up
like-
for that.
Huh?
I feel like you got to be up to rap.
Yeah,
a little bit.
but I feel like it would be cool.
well,
to-
actually, I guess the codeine is like kind of
coding,
Yeah,
a little
and
bit.
weed.
Yeah.
I would respect.
Yachty
I would
doesn't smoke
respect a
weed.
rapper that mixed PCP and mushrooms all the time. That's like the mindset of somebody who I would like to hang out with
That's like some ICP
and
shit.
let them plan
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. That is juggalo
That's some
shit.
juggalo
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
right
Just
there.
go along with all their
mushrooms.
Yeah, PCP.
Let's get wet, guys.
Oh, yeah,
That'll be
yeah.
our next thing.
You ever
Getting
get wet before?
Yeah.
I never got wet, man.
No.
I was always scared of hardcore shit because my dad smoked crack and did every heroin and all that shit.
Oh, so you were out on.
Yeah, and even like coke, I've
didn't wanna
never
go into the
I've done
family business?
ecstasy, but coke, I was because when I was growing up, remember they used to be like crack cocaine,
Right.
Yeah.
So they were like related. So I was like, nah,
So do
that's
you
Yeah.
down with crack.
Yeah. So
Well,
you
cocaine's for
smoke-
rich people.
No, I know, but it was like
You're a
crack and
businessman.
cocaine was his last name. So I was
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah,
not fucking with that shit.
Well, cracks is cocaine's shitty son. He can't get his shit together.
Yeah.
Cocaine's
cocaine,
the,
fuck
cocaine's the
baking
Wall
soda?
Street
So it's
guy.
almost like saying Bond, James Bond. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
you
yeah.
said the last name first and the
yeah,
first. Cocaine, crack, cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never fucked with
PCP
crack,
was big
obviously.
in DC. That's what Tony Woods said. He said everyone was doing. He said that's why Martin Lawrence went crazy.
because of PCP.
Apparently.
once you get famous, they don't let you do PCP anymore.
But I feel like whenever new drugs come out or when they're hot, like anything, it's you got like. I remember listening to my uncle talking about like when they would smoke crack like at parties. Like,
Yeah,
you
right,
just
right,
light
right,
up
right.
a pipe in a party
Right.
like it's a
Yeah.
joint because it was something new. So it was like
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
don't
no
know,
one knew.
right,
Well,
right,
think about all the
shit.
shit that was new at one point that now in retrospect you're totally embarrassed you like
Right.
the Venga Boys. Like that's like crack cocaine. You know? Like you didn't think that "Who Let the Dogs Out" wasn't going to be a cool song. But you had all the Baja Men posters.
Who Let the Dogs Out is a good song. I don't give a fuck what anyone
That's
says.
what crack cocaine is. You know?
Yeah, there's that. I mean, fucking Wu-Tang raps about fucking smoking cess. Yeah.
Yeah,
The combination made my eyes bleed.
Made your eyes bleed.
And what's cess? It's just is it? What is it? Is it PCP or
Hold on, what was the lyric again? Smoking.
cess and weed? The combination made my smoking
Yeah,
cess and weed. The
yeah.
combination made my eyes bleed. I think it's like it's some.
I
It's
always
one
thought
of
cess just meant weed.
no.
I did too,
No.
Yeah, me too.
but it makes sense because he said
Makes
mixing,
my eyes bleed. Yeah,
He said
cess and weed.
cess and so yeah. That
It's
makes
some. It's some kind of weird drug that it's like everyone was just doing. Because
Well,
you didn't know any
I remember,
better.
dude. I mean,
Kids
I
are
remember
doing
one time my
Jenkem
cousin
now.
did that shit. He told me about it. He was smoking wet. He said he
Yeah,
started
dude.
punching people on the train for no reason.
PCP?
Fucking yeah,
Yeah.
just punching people in the face for no reason. And he was like, "I'm never gonna do drugs again."
Well, he had
was
a
with a bunch of
reason.
friends.
He had
Well,
a
he was-
reason.
yeah, his reason
He
was
was on
fucking high out
PCP.
of
That's
his
a totally
mind.
valid reason. Look, if you can punch people because you think they're a Nazi, you should be able to punch people because you're on PCP.
Everyone on the train is a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
I know
That's
PCP
valid.
is
If
bad.
it's all about
but
perception, why not?
being able to lift a Ford F-150 truck must be.
I can already
awesome.
do that, dude.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I
First
can
of all, you're
too,
not allowed
easy.
to buy an F-150 unless you can lift it.
Unless you can curl
You
it.
have to be. They measure your dick.
Curl it.
They measure your dick, and it has to be huge.
And you have to have.
It's a
Rescue
ruler.
Me
It's
on
a
DVD.
ruler that says.
Dennis Leary is the voice of Ford
Yeah,
trucks,
exactly.
right?
They have a penis ruler at the Ford dealership. I know, I work there. And the inches are labeled Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, Mitsubishi, for Daewoo.
Daewoo's too high up. Datsun is the first one.
Well, that's Nissan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's badass. You go
Datsun.
get back in the Datsun days. Yeah.
My dad had a Datsun.
Yeah?
Then when I
you
was like
cra-
16, he was like, "Yo, I don't know if you're my son." It's fucked up.
Wait,
Never
Datsun
looked
was
at the
Nissan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Datsun, it was like a weird star or some shit like that. Like the
Yeah.
logo was like a.
That
Your
same
crack
company.
smoking dad had a Datsun. He could hold down a Datsun.
But that shit was like probably when like Nissan Maximas was out.
Right.
So Datsun was like, "Why do you have that piece of shit?
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
The fuck is this piece of shit? Yo, I got a new car. You got a new piece of shit?
Yeah.
Fuck this car. Take the train, bruh.
Yeah.
You ever robbed someone?
No, have you?
No.
Hell yeah.
Let's hear
Well,
about
yeah,
it.
I did one time.
Mad times.
Yeah, you talked about it.
I was
Nick.
I was there. I was like a happenstance.
It was an
Happened to be.
accessory, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. I was trying to get a ride home.
Accessorize.
Yeah.
How'd you get started robbing, Pete?
Huh?
You just wanted to rob?
Nah. I got robbed when I was a kid. I got
okay.
robbed one time. And like by my closest, like one of my closest dudes stole a fucking gift.
That's what's happened to me, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
I do this show and these guys fucking take a cut. So I understand.
Yeah. You get right then you got to rob other people now.
Right,
Because
yeah.
then you lose that sense of remorse where you're like,
Right.
dude, I got to get somebody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal this TV while Nick's sleeping one of these days.
Yo, this shit is big as fuck. Like
I
I
know.
say, I don't steal no more, but I praise.
How much you think this TV costs?
This shit costs like at least a month's rent for me.
Yeah, it costs more than a month's rent for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about that on the way here. I was like, the only reason you would live this far is if you pay like $2 a month. in
Something
rent.
like that. Yeah.
It was like a real great deal.
I've never paid more than $600 a month in New York.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it because you go to like the places that's not overpopulated with fucking?
No, the first two places I lived were Chinatown, and my rent,
okay.
my first place was $350 a month.
No one wants to live in Chinatown.
Yeah, nobody does.
You smell fish all day.
Right.
It's fish and garbage.
Yeah. What you do is you just pretend you're in Blade Runner.
It's kind. Where'd you move there from?
Lasso's in Maryland. Yeah.
So that was cool. Like you moved to fucking Chinatown.
The shittiest place I lived was in Los Angeles. I lived in a garage.
Jeez,
Yeah,
man.
but that Larchmont, you were in Larchmont, right? Or in
Atwater.
Atwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice neighborhood though.
in a garage.
Yeah, but I lived in a garage that fucking there was sewage that would back up out of it. Oh, soaked all of my clothes in feces.
Shit.
It is a nice neighborhood though.
What, Atwater? Yeah.
Atwater Village.
Whose garage was it?
Some lady, you know what's so funny? The first place I went to, like when I was staying on Ryan Stout's couch, and so I started doing the Craigslist thing, like trying to find a place. And every place I looked was a fucking nightmare. And I went to one place in Atwater the first time, and it's like a decently priced place, and I go in and it's like two like housekeeping, like those kind of ladies, like middle aged, sort of trollish looking,
Right.
like,
Immigrants.
yeah, but like the ones that look like they're indentured servants for Motel 6. And then this older like Mexican guy showed me the place, and he showed me the room. He's like, I think it was listed for $500 or whatever, but he was real out of it. And the room looked like shit, and I would have to be living with these like two old women, and it was like, dark in there, and it smelled bad. And he shows me the bathroom, and there's like the bathtub is just backed up with like fucking stagnant water. And I was like, what the fuck is this? He's like, yeah, it's okay,
That shit sounds like sex slave quarters.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if this is okay or not. But I was like, I just wanted a room. Maybe it'd be temporary. I had to get off my friend's couch. So he shows me the room, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, it's like $400, everything included, and I figured I'd just try and shake him down or whatever a bit.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's fine. It's whatever, you just come bring me the money, So I'm like, I don't know. This seems like a scam. I don't know.
Yeah,
So I'm walking out, and I'm leaving the place, and this Mexican dude's like, so he just like he turns to me, and he's like, if you just want to, maybe come back a little later and bring me money, and he's like tearing up.
Right.
And I'm like,
fuck?
yeah, maybe. I mean, I'll go look at other places. And then there's this like painting of the moon in the trash outside, and he's like, "Do you see these?" I'm like, "Yeah, you okay?" And he's like, "My girlfriend, she just broke up with me." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he's like, I painted these for her. And she broke up with me." And then he starts crying on my shoulder. And I'm just like patting this fucking middle-aged Mexican guy.
He's showing you the room.
Yeah.
You've never met him.
Never met him before in my life. And he's just sort of crying on my shoulder, and he's like sobbing, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I guess." He's like, "Well, you come back later and bring the money." I'm like, "I don't fucking know." So then I found this other place with this woman, and she's showing me the apartment. It's a pretty good deal. It was like $600 a month, everything included. And this was a room inside the house at the time, and she's like, "Yeah, my son's here half the time. He spends half the time with his dad." And it's like, all this stuff dedicated to her son, which is fine. I guess people love their kids or whatever. But, she's telling me, like, "Oh, well, he's an actor, and he's been in a lot of stuff. Nickelodeon likes him a lot. He's 7. And it's like, oh, man, this kid sounds like he sucks."
Yeah.
And so she's showing me the house or whatever, and she's like, "Well, this will be your room." And it looked like a nice room and shit. And I'm like, "Yeah, it seems like a good deal." And I'm like, "Fuck it, man." I just cut the check, hand it to her. I'm like, "I'll move my stuff in later." And then I was like talking to somebody afterwards, and I was like, "Yeah," I told them the deal, and they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "The kid's there?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, well, how many bedrooms is it?" And I thought about it. I'm like, "Well, there's my room, the bathroom, there's her room, and then I guess this kid just doesn't exist. I guess she's like, because there's no room for a kid here."
What?
Yeah, and I was convinced that she just had some dead son that she'd made up in her head or died. And,
holy shit!
But the kid was real. I just, after the Mexican guy experience, I figured that would make sense.
Yeah.
So then she moved you into the garage?
No, the kid would sleep with her in her bed. There was another couple living in the garage, and then there was a guy that just rented the driveway and lived in a van. And
what the fuck?
Yeah, the garage couple was like, it was this kid who was like, he was like near my age. He was like 20 or something, and just like a dumbass, over enthusiastic dude, bro.
Right, of course.
It's
like an Occupy guy.
No, this was right. I told you this story before. This was like
so.
Right around when Occupy was just getting started. So there was Occupy LA going on, and they went, the couple and the guy in the driveway, because they were like, it's a bunch of people, and we're like making a huge push to legalize weed across the country. There were those people or whatever.
I love it.
And yeah, they lived. But that kid out in the garage, it was great. He had like his girlfriend was like 29, and he was 20, and she had like a mixed race kid. And the father was this like enormous black dude. They would like come over sometimes, and they would all hang out together.
That is so fucking weird.
Yeah. And then the guy that lived in the driveway, I'm gonna fucking sound like a hip. Yeah, there was a guy that lived in a van in the driveway, like fucking Cody from Step by Step. And he was this aging hippie that was like, "Yeah, I'm like a weed activist, dude. I actually have everyone this is why LA sucks, because literally everyone in LA won't ever say anything after 'Hi, my name is,' other than, 'Here's what I'm doing currently. Here are my fucking credits.'" Nobody's a fucking human being. Nobody's having a shitty time. They're all just, like, they present their resume to you immediately. So this guy's like, "Yeah, we actually have like a TV channel going on. We actually, we've grown beyond a show. We have a whole channel now," which just meant like a website that had a couple of shitty videos.
Right.
And he wanted to call that a whole TV network. And but he would just bore the shit out of me.
Of course,
constantly.
dude. An old hippie weed guy, the worst.
And he would fucking tell me the stories about, "Oh yeah, we got this car and we actually converted it to run on hemp oil." It's like your car doesn't also need to smoke weed. I don't. And but he was telling this story one time, and he's telling it with the same boring, casual tone he always does. He's like, "Yeah, we hitchhiked all the way down through Mexico into Guatemala, and then we wound up in this mountainous region, and that's actually where I learned Spanish, was from the locals in this mountainous region. And so when I would go down into the town or whatever, I'd speak my weird mountain Spanish, and everyone would laugh at me for being this gringo that didn't speak regular Spanish. And then actually this like big near Civil War level conflict broke out, and I remember going down to town one time, and kids were kicking some guy's head around the street like a soccer ball. Anyhow, next week we're having like a weed benefit, and it's gonna be great, dude. I mean, it's just fucking like sort of breezes past this amazing story.
Yeah.
This amazing part of his life, he delivers with the same fucking, tone and cadence.
I like to think that it was his fault, the Civil War.
Yeah. Is that you couldn't handle his fucking boring ass stories.
Yeah,
Accidentally started it, yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's the problem, is because all those guys think weed is the most interesting thing in the world. To them, being in a fucking Civil War skirmish doesn't mean shit to them. Do you have any fun living situations, Petey? Did you ever live anywhere weird?
I lived in a car once for like probably a couple months.
A car around here?
Nah, in Florida.
Florida.
I was like hustling, and then I lost everything.
Oh yeah?
I spent everything.
Yeah.
And then I fucking found myself like homeless for 2 months.
Really?
And like I have family that live down there, but I was too prideful to fucking ask them.
Of course.
So I used to have like nice cars, but I lost them all. And I only had like my worst
The
car, which
Datsun?
was like it was actually a '78 Monte Carlo. That in my mind,
Fuck yeah, dude.
but
Well, no,
in
that's
my
the year
mind,
they changed the body style, though, and they got smaller.
a little, yeah. But it was still long as fuck, though.
Yeah, but the 73 to 77 Monte Carlos are the fucking
Yeah, those are
badass
super. I
ones.
saw one actually down the block.
Yeah, there is. There's a guy's
It's like
got
a gray one.
Yeah. I look
like-
at that car every day.
In my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna hook it up.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
I lost all my money before I ever
Right,
hooked it
right,
up.
right.
So the windows didn't. So I'm like sleeping in
Oh,
like a
man.
motel fucking in a
You
driveway.
know
I'm
who
like,
drives
in the-
this 78 Monte Carlo? Is
Training day.
Training day, yeah.
That's what the whole
Yep,
idea
yep.
was. I was like, I'm gonna hook it up like training day.
That's awesome. What was the hustle? What was the hustle that you were at the kid?
It was I can't get into detail, but it was
Sure.
like it was like a,
That's how you know it's an actually awesome story.
it was like a white collar. It was a white collar thing, and I was I guess.
And you would go between here and Miami, you said?
No, I would
Florida?
live down. I lived down in Florida for like
Okay.
maybe 8 to 9 years,
Okay.
and then I came up here to do comedy. But
Yeah. I love that Florida is a place where bad people go to, like, have trashy fun.
it's so great because there's no limit. There's no.
I had a cousin that moved down to Miami and was just a piece of shit for a while, and then he moved back to Philly and was
Dude, that's
murdered by the police.
Because no one.
It's his life story.
Before I lived in Miami, I lived in Orlando.
Uh-huh.
And I had just started getting money. I had
can't hustle in Disney World.
car. I got carjacked in Orlando. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In front of a police precinct.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah, I
here.
couldn't tell anyone that story. I couldn't tell anyone that story, dude. Like back home, I couldn't be like, "Yo, you know what just happened to me?"
Yeah.
Of course not.
Like, yo, who robbed you, Mickey
My,
Mouse?
my, my friends got jumped right in front of the police station in Austin by like 20 guys. They formed a circle around them and then sent 2 people in at a time to kick the shit out of them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's like the most
And
unsafe
right
place.
in front of the police department.
That's cool. That's like a breakdancing circle.
Yeah. Well, it was like they suspected it was a gang initiation thing.
Oh, so the cops
So
stayed
good thing
out.
they didn't break it up. Like, what the fuck?
No,
Well done.
I don't know. It's funny because I see my friends who still live in Austin. They're constantly bitching about the APD, for cracking down on, I don't know, whatever. But then they all get assaulted. Like there's been like a lot of fucking assault. I guess I was technically. I got beat up by those
By
bikers.
the Sugar Ray guy.
Yeah, by the Sugar Ray bikers. But then it's just
Why'd
like
you get beat up, dude?
because I was making fun of Sugar Ray and some bikers got
Sugar
angry.
Ray
The
Leonard?
band. No, not Sugar Ray. The
gayest
the
Sugar
world.
Ray.
Those guys. Yeah, that's Sugar Ray.
And then you did a set afterwards.
I did a set afterwards.
With blood on you.
Yeah.
So you got beat up. That's
That's
Like Teddy
legendary.
Roosevelt
Yeah.
got shot and still did the speech. You're basically.
Yeah.
And maybe
Roosevelt
Teddy
was
Roosevelt
fucking
was
comedy.
also 9 tall boys deep at fucking 7 p.m.
Yeah, you're like Werner Herzog. You get shot in the stomach and kept doing the interview.
So you got what'd you get? Did you get beat up or did you just get hit a few times?
I
There's
got
a
hit.
difference.
You couldn't tell the next day.
Oh yeah, beat
Yeah.
up is like your face is swollen.
No. Which surprisingly, because the dude was huge. He was like this enormous guy. I'm like, I'm gonna be fucked up tomorrow. And it was nothing, not a mark
Was
on
he
me.
in the place where you were doing the set, or did they kick him out?
No, the cops showed up and like the cops were like, "What the fuck happened?" I immediately was like, "All right, I've never met you before in my life, right?" And the cops like, "No, sir, you have not." And I'm like, "Now I'm going to assume you as a human being wouldn't become furious if someone insulted the band Sugar Ray." That's a normal assumption to make, right? And he was like, "Yeah, I'd say so." I'm like, "Well, ask that guy why he's so fucking mad." I'm like, Jesus Christ. And the guy laughed about it, I guess, and we're like, "You guys don't want to press charge?" Because he punched another comic too.
Really?
He's like, "You guys don't want to press charges?" And we're like, "Nah, just tell him to leave."
Yeah.
And they did. That was the end of it.
Y'all some gangsters, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, no snitching.
No pressing charges.
well, it's mostly like it's a fucking hassle, you know?
Right, do the paperwork.
Yeah, do paperwork. I don't want to have to go to a court appearance if they ask me to. It's also like the guy's fucking drunk, you know? Not that I have like sympathy for him, but like, you know, if he's on parole or something or probation.
Fuck that, yo. Snitch.
Have you
Like,
flipped?
yeah.
Have you flipped in your?
Nah. I'll say it now, but nah. Yeah. I never.
No, that's what I mean. Now, would you snitch, Petey?
Now would I snitch?
To protect your empire, your comedy empire that you're building.
I
Brick by
probably
brick?
wouldn't snitch. Because to me, I always look at it like, dude, whatever you're into, you get yourself into.
Right.
It's like if no one forced you to do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like if you're forced into doing some shit against your will, then yeah, maybe snitch.
yeah.
But if you were like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking rob this person.
I'm gonna do a little crime
with
for
my
fun.
boy Stavi.
Well, let's
Yeah.
say snitching is wrong, but what about making shit up to intentionally get an enemy thrown in jail? Like if I were to say that Dan Ninen raped and murdered a toddler.
It's called lie snitching.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
lie
you got dry
snitching.
snitching? That's lie snitching.
Dry
Yeah.
snitching.
And then you got lie snitching.
What's dry snitching?
I would never snitch, but I do actually I probably would snitch. But
You would snitch in a heartbeat.
I can
by
see
the way.
you got a snitch face.
Yeah.
He looks like he'll flip real quick.
Oh my
No,
god,
no,
Adam
no,
would
no,
flip
no.
quick as
I feel
shit.
like he'd like chill for a second and then be like, all right, I'll tell you.
I would never snitch, but I do. Whenever I'm in an Applebee's, sign up all my enemies for the Applebee's to go email list. That's my version of getting
You know what I love
back
doing?
at
They got.
the
I
people that
haven't seen
slighted me.
it. They don't do it at Verizon anymore, but they used to have monitors up, and you could put your name in the line, and it would have like the initial for your first name, and then the rest do your last name. And so you just sign up names like Stephen Hithead or you know, Francis Agate or whatever. And I would just fill the queue with that, and then we just watch the front desk until like one of the employees looks up and then start frantically deleting everything on the computer.
That is a fucking.
You know what's a good prank that I never got into, but I wish I had as a teenager, and I don't think you can do anymore, is RF hijacking at drive-thrus.
What's that?
So the headsets connect to that speaker box through like walkie-talkie shit.
Oh, okay.
So you can just sit outside
Whoa.
with a scanner, find the frequency, and broadcast over the drive-through.
Get out of
Why
here.
can't
Yeah.
we do that now? Because we're not
'Cause I
teens.
think it switched to Bluetooth, or
Probably,
they
yeah.
probably switched them all over to some kind of digital technology.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I had a friend in high school who used to just go to, Del Taco or Jack in the Box late at night and just make a huge drive-through order, like when there was only one guy working, and then get to the register, they hand him the food, and he'd be like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet." And like 10 times out of 10, they're like, "All right, just take the food, dude. I don't give a fuck."
What?
Crazy.
Yeah, if you're like working alone at a
Yeah.
Del Taco in the middle of the night, they don't give a.
Yeah,
really
no,
don't.
you could go into any
You're
pizza
making no
restaurant. You
money.
could go into literally any of the pizza chains and say, "Do you have any fuck up pizzas that you're giving away? I work with homeless people, and I want to give it to them." Or you could just say, "I'm a police officer," and they'll make you free pizza.
Well, I say that all
Or
the
you
time.
could just say, give me a pizza and then say, give me that shit and don't pay him. What the
Yeah,
fuck you
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do? And you just walk away.
I mean, I worked at all those
What
places.
the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, I worked at all those places, and my honest response would be like, "Yeah, literally nothing. This made my day. I'm so glad you're hurting this business that's exploiting me."
I used to work at a sneaker store in a fucking hood in Liberty City, dude. And,
hell yeah.
and like, yo,
Grand
Is that
Theft
the
Auto.
town from Grand
people
Theft Auto?
would, dude, people would do, like, it was in the middle of the hood, so you could only imagine, like, we had Jordans and shit, so it was like Fort Knox for the hood.
Right,
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, fucking treasury or some shit. And yo, dudes would come in, and there was like a security guard, it's like this old Haitian dude with an old school revolver. No one cared. None of the employees cared. Like, if
Yeah.
you came in and just shoplifted,
No one's
we wouldn't
stopping
even
you.
snitch on the person, and we saw it. We'd just be like, well, I guess he got a new shirt. Only thing is he's got the security thing on it, so
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
he can get that off.
I worked at a cell phone kiosk in these, like, I guess, I don't know who did it, but somebody jimmied open the lock and stole like 3 new, remember the Nextel?
The chirp chirps.
Well, but the Nextel i830, that was like the
Ooh,
hot,
the silver and blue joint.
that was the 930. But yeah.
Which one was the i830? Black one?
Yeah, it was the one
the
that came
black
out right
and
before
yellow
that.
one.
Oh,
Yeah, 830s before that. But those are the hot phones. So someone stole either 930s or 830s. And
How much did those cost back then?
I remember I got one for,
MSRP was a lot, dude.
Yeah,
It was
I got
like
one for, like,
$700.
$600
Yeah,
back
That's
then.
fucking
yeah,
crazy.
without a contract.
They're
though.
big on like for construction, right?
Yeah.
Initially,
And
but
for
everyone
selling
used
drugs.
them.
Everybody
Yeah.
drugs. In the heights.
The two-way, everybody loved the two-way shit. So
Then
Where
it's like,
you
the
at?
Feds got him, yo. The Feds is on us, son.
Yeah.
Get rid of the shit, son. The Feds is on us.
well, I remember somebody jimmied open the lock and stole it, and I showed my boss, and like the amount of fucking N words that came out of his mouth.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is Iranian.
These niggas.
Yeah. He was like, they're all the fucking same.
That's the hard part about shit. Because, like, I don't know. Like, tribalism, like that dude you were talking about, what was his name? Fucking
Pop Son.
Pop Son.
Yeah.
Like, he's the type of dude that's not down with tribalism. Like, he's not like, dude, because you look like me, we're cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like the same way. Like, I hate that. Like,
Yeah.
I hate having to be for your cause because we look the same.
You hate the automatic.
Yeah,
being-
like,
right.
Yeah, it's all about jokes.
huh.
You know, if there's a way to make a joke out of something, then do it. And then, outside of that,
Well, it's
I
not
don't
even
give a shit
judge, just
about
not giving a fuck to the extent of being like, well, you know what my people went through? I didn't go through that.
it. Yeah.
I'm not trying to discredit the past or whatever, but it's just like, the fuck, bro.
Yeah.
If someone looks like me, I just break their glass.
Yeah, I don't like doppelgangers.
No,
I think that's the bottom line. I don't like people that look like
that was the worst.
Yeah.
That was the worst
nobody
thing.
does, dude. When somebody finds somebody that looks like, you're like, look, dude, I found you at this other thing. You're like, shut the
kill
fuck up, dude.
And
That's
they're
not
always
me.
uglier. They're always a little uglier.
Yeah.
It's never a hotter version
Yeah.
of you.
I see Stavros all day long.
Yeah.
on
No, you don't.
Public transit.
Oh yeah. Actually, we do have that game where we'll be in public and we'll see a fat guy and we're like, look at
Stop.
stuff.
Nah, they don't-
Stop.
They don't have my beautiful inner fire.
That was the
that I
worst thing in the
have.
world is moving here for comedy and then just going to a mic and seeing like 40 different dudes that look like me.
Yeah, there are 100 of you.
Yeah, that are like, I'm a Jewish.
Where'd you move from?
Shut up, Kike. What? DC. We all
Oh,
did stand
we
up
all
in
started.
DC together. Yeah.
Do
Oh,
comedy
shit,
together.
squad.
And they're literally all named Adam Friedland too. I don't know how it's even possible.
I like my favorite is the guys on the Patreon that call you Aaron in the comments.
Oh, those are my fans. Those are my number one fans.
That's the funniest shit. in the
Yeah.
world.
Aaron Friedland.
Yeah, I really don't like the Aaron guy.
That is such awesome disrespect. Not even bothering to learn your name while fucking saying you suck.
Listen, dude, I love them. I love each and every one of them.
Any publicity is good publicity. man.
Yeah.
Even if they spell your name wrong.
That's why I cause trouble online. We lose $400 or $500 in subscribers every time I do it, but eventually it goes back up like $20.
Yeah, the right is abandoning us, the left is abandoning
That's what
us.
when I was writing for Thought Catalog, I had like a meeting with them, and when I first started writing with them, and I wrote some article that was like children's letters to the War on
I remember
Christmas
that.
troops, and I just drew all these like
yeah, that's funny.
childish drawings or whatever. Or you know what? I think it was like there was some BuzzFeed article that was like British people try to draw a map of the United States and like everything's placed wrong. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
don't know what this is, mate, or whatever.
Right,
so
right.
I did some fucking thing that was like, African kids try to draw a map of the United
Oh,
States.
yeah,
There's like
yeah.
bite marks in the map and
It was like, please send food.
they killed the albino, stuff like that. And the guy who owned the company, like, he met with me. He's like, yeah, dude, we lost 300 Facebook likes off that. Like, a bunch of people said they'll never read the website again. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. He's like, no, that's good, dude. He's like, that's what I want because, eventually we're going to get a new audience from it. It's going to bring other people and we're going to, like, diversify. So I'm really excited about this. And that just never happened. I continued to destroy their brand until eventually they hired Jim Goad and Gavin McInnes and then made their name for themselves being a racist website.
Jesus.
With,
That's
realized they hired
crazy. It
that.
went from like a teenage girl feelings website to like a racist men's website.
What was the website?
overnight. Dude.
What's the website?
Thought Catalog.
I didn't know
Thought
that.
Catalog?
Yeah, well, they hired Jim
Oh,
Goad,
really?
and a
Jim
lot of
Goad?
people don't like Jim.
Oh, wow.
Jim's been around for like 30 years. I mean, he was like a zine guy.
Gotcha.
But
I
he's,
feel like it's not racist if you don't kill the race you're talking about.
yeah, that's my rule. Yeah,
No, it's still good.
unless murder happens.
Or you don't give them a job.
Yeah,
But even then, that's your fucking right if you're the employer.
Milo gets
No,
railed
to-
out by
to
black
not-
dudes, so he can't be
Like,
racist.
say
It's
you're an employer.
it's actually literally not.
No,
you're right.
that's just, that's against a lot of laws.
Well, say you're an employer and you don't like Asians.
Yeah.
Can't-
You don't gotta hire. They don't got. How do they know you don't like Asians? Because none of them work for you.
Yeah, well, look,
Sure, you can cheat the system,
yeah,
but
you
you're
can
not
find a way
supposed
to
to
obfuscate the reason you're not hiring. Also, if you're an employer, you like Asians.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's who you want.
I didn't want to say
you.
black people, but you don't like black people. You're like, all right. You're like, all right, Jamal, I don't want to fucking hire you.
No, they would yeah, that's illegal as hell.
I
You
want
have
nothing
to-
but Asians working for me. They're like, yes, I do another 15 hours today. I will make every product faster, and they do it efficiently and well. They never complain.
Asians are dope, man.
Yeah.
Like when they shut down the bodegas the other day, I was a little nervous, but I'm like, well, the Chinese people are still here, so
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
As long as the
Oh,
fucking
they'll
chicken
work,
wings
yeah.
are fried hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We care more about money.
I love a damn Chinese
Dude, I
food,
got a chicken soup
wing.
yesterday for $2.
Really, was it good?
It was chicken soup, chicken noodle soup.
Dude, did you watch The Night Of?
Only saw the first episode.
They hit up my girl in The Night Of. They go to my old favorite dumpling spot,
Really?
that fried dumplings place on Moscow. Moscow, in between Mont and Mulberry. There's like a dumpling
in
place.
that little fucking alley?
Yeah.
I thought they shut that down. Didn't
no.
they shut it down because they
No.
said they were making the
No.
dumplings in the
Temporarily.
I'm telling you,
did,
no.
yeah,
they
outside.
didn't.
Yeah.
There's a different place, Prosperity Dumplings.
Prosperity.
Got shut down because they were making dumplings in the back with rats crawling all over. the place.
Just outside.
Yeah.
Those are good dumplings.
They were good and
Yeah.
they're cheap as hell.
No,
Yeah.
this place is fucking cool.
Was
but
it
in the
4
night
for
of,
$1?
he goes there and they let the woman who works at the place be in the show.
Oh, tight.
He's like, let me get a dumpling place. She's like, yeah, 5 minutes. They just left her in there.
That's the most. That's the most.
Because the locations
realistic
guy
part.
was like, hey, yeah, so we're going to shoot here and then we'll have somebody come behind the counter and they'll play you or whatever. She's like, no, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I guess she just stays in. She's basically Chinese Detective Munch. That's what happened.
I'm a detective.
Yeah. I play Munch.
She's in fucking
Yeah.
Law and Order now.
I'm Richard. Wow, fuck, that's a hard one.
Bearzer.
Yeah.
Bearzer.
That's one for the ages.
Little.
Was he?
Richard.
Little.
Little Richard. That must be a hard one for him, huh? Yeah.
Richard.
Riddle Richard.
Little Richard. Coming up
Riddle
next to
Richard.
karaoke.
Is this racist or funny?
Yeah. It is racist.
Hold
All right,
on.
cool,
It's both.
It is 100% racist.
Yeah.
Without question,
What?
inexcusably racist.
You're saying Riddle Richard
Yeah, I don't know.
is racist.
It's definitely racist.
yeah,
100%.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not.
This is gonna entertain the fuck out of people. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If
well,
I heard this shit,
here's the
I'd be
thing.
like, man, these guys are fucking entertaining as fuck.
the people that get mad about this shit are already mad.
And those are the people I don't want to be friends with. I'll be
Yeah,
honest
so
with
it doesn't matter, you know?
Well,
mean,
I don't know if it's racist. It's more of a thought experiment.
Yeah.
How would a racist
Well,
person...
racism in general is a
if they
thought
were making
experiment.
fun of a Chinese person saying Little
Yeah.
Richard, how would they do it?
Also, you could be racist but still be great art, right?
Yeah. Well, this is not what this is.
Like I said,
we
racist
don't
is
make
great
great
art.
art. We do not make great art.
I think it's great art.
One day we could.
I
Who
think
knows?
this is like
I could
Triumph
get
of the
into
Will.
painting.
I feel like I'm like a soul from like one of the old dudes that got away, like when they were hanging people. And like, but I live now, and I'm just like, man, you guys think this is bad? they ain't roping you up for this shit.
Yeah.
This ain't racism. This is someone's thought.
Yeah, the worst thing that happens nowadays is you get punched. People, there's different punchings going on.
And that's
No,
like
there's still,
not
like,
even,
Yeah.
State
Every-
murder
look,
of
here's the
black
thing.
people.
There is
Nazis,
an
everybody
But
should be
back
punched
in the
face,
day,
at
they
least
were
once.
like, "Yo, we're killing black people. Everybody come to the party and watch this shit."
Sure, it's
They
not.
were toasting.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, look
They
at
were
this
killing-
nigga's balls, fry it up."
That is
But
true.
now
It was
it's just
much
That's why
At
they
the
shut
function.
Prosperity Dumpling down. That's how they were making them.
the N-ball dumplings.
Pan fried.
Damn, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I
But
could
nah, so I don't know.
go for a dumpling.
Yeah, well, we've fulfilled our obligated time slot, so we're.
I didn't mean to end the episode.
With what?
What the fuck are you doing? Why are you
I got
rubbing
the
yourself?
cat hair because I put my feet up here on the. All right.
The ottoman?
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the episode, folks.
Wait, shouldn't we say when the shows and shit
Yes. We got Caroline's on the 21st, and then on the following Monday on the 28th or 27th, I can't remember. We're back at Come On Everybody. You guys have to come to both of them. I know that we're doing too many shows now. You're going to be overloaded with Cumboy content, but you got to come to both.
I think the second one's going to be a fundraiser so you feel good or something.
Maybe a fun
One of them.
You know what he do? When they ACLU
One of
now?
them should be a fundraiser.
You guys are
We're gonna get. Well,
Maybe the
anyway,
Carolines
all of the
one.
Patreon money does go to charity.
Oh, you guys are fucking.
It goes
nuts.
straight to the ACLU.
I don't
Yeah.
even know. I don't give
Oh, I'm about to say you guys
Yeah,
are
yeah.
nuts. I would do charity if I had millions. Until I get millions, I'm not giving away
I'll
shit.
do a little charity.
Petey, do you want to plug anything?
I want to fucking. I don't know, man. I'm out here. Just find me. Look for me in the credits. I don't know. You guys got credits and shit. People look at the credits.
Yeah.
I always say that at the end of the shit, people go, "What do you want to play?" Like, dude, just fucking look me up, man.
Yeah.
Petey's a great comic. For those
Very
of you that
funny.
don't live in New York, he was on I don't know if he was on one of the premium.
He was.
Cum Towns.
He was.
Was it?
That
Yeah.
shit was lit.
Was that before we recorded?
No. He was on
that
it.
He
shit
was
was
on it.
lit.
Yeah.
That shit was so lit.
He's hilarious.
It was great. Thanks,
and
man. Thanks for
you
doing
should
You
it.
guys had a
definitely check him
DJ
out.
and all that shit.
Yeah, we
Hell
did.
yeah.
Do you guys still do that place?
Yeah.
That shit was
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
All
We're
right,
back at the end
bros.
of the month.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.
It was dope.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.
It was dope.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.
It was dope.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.
It was dope.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.
It was dope.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.
It was dope.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.
It was dope.
Well, come to our shows. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Later.